Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a work week realistic reading vlog. Now, I'm going to look very familiar if you stick around to the end of this video because I am in the exact same outfit as I am for the last final check-in. And that is because I somehow lost my intro video. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So here I am from the future telling you what this video is going to be about. Now, if you are not familiar with me or my channel, I am a full-time federal employee. I work on site Monday through Friday. I have 2 kids. I'm married. I have responsibilities. I have appointments and things that happen at the end of my workday. So this is a very realistic kind of week in my life, work week in my life, I should say, and how many pages I can realistically read during a 40-hour work week. I am reading Taming 7. This is book 5 of the Boys of Tommen series. I have this on Kindle. I obviously have a physical version, as you can see. Then I also did reserve a hold on the Libby app through my library for the audiobook, which finally did come through at the very beginning of this video. So I will be listening to Taming 7 every day. I wanted, little sneak peek, I wanted to try to listen to the audiobook on the way to work and on the way back from work. But a couple of the days you'll kind of hear what went down and why that was not an option. So I listened to this audiobook every day while I was doing my diamond art painting. I guess I keep calling it a painting, but it's not actually a painting. It's a diamond art picture. And so that was what I did this week. I got a whole lot done on my diamond art and I liked the way this week went. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and go back to the past, to the first little check-in for on Monday, so you can hear me then before everything happened during this week. Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of this weekly vlog. It is Tuesday night. It is 10:14 p.m. Just got finished doing another video for my planning channel. My kids are asleep or should be asleep. They better be asleep. My house is silent and now it's time to do some reading. So if my eye is red in this video, just know I hate my eyeball. But let's go ahead and talk about how much reading I got done on Monday. So during my last little check-in, I had said I had not gotten any reading done pretty much the entire day on Monday. Work was crazy and Monday was a day. Monday was, honestly, let's chat. I am this week, I'm at my wit's end when it comes to work. I cannot stand when leadership gives taskers, very, very short-term taskers, like a week or less for this massive type of workload. They give me a week and then tasker is due Wednesday, tomorrow, by close of business. So the entire week I have been killing it to get everything done the way I need it to get done to complete the tasker. So Monday, I did so many projects in an 8-hour day. I am honestly surprised at myself, but I did it. Today, even more, only to find out at 2 p.m. I get off of work at 3. At 2 p.m. I find out the tasker that's due the very next day, Wednesday close of business, that I have been killing myself to make sure I can meet, has been pushed to Friday close of business. And I am one teeny tiny thing still needing to be done to complete it. And now I am pissed. So yesterday I was dead because I killed myself to get stuff done, which I did. Today I had every intention of listening to my audiobook, which we're going to talk about, on the way into work. But this morning I needed to hype myself up to get ready for the chaos that I knew was happening today because of this tasker. So listen to music, just jamming out on the way into work. And on the way back from work, when I found out the tasker I had been busting my butt for was actually pushed 2 whole days, I didn't want to listen to a book anymore. I wanted to, again, listen to my music very loudly, like heavy metal, alternative, screaming type music at the maximum level I physically can handle on the way home to decompress. So, all that to say, I did not get that much reading done today so far, but I'm going to rectify it tonight. So, yesterday, I did pick up Taming 7 and I read it physically while also listening to it on Libby. I only got through the prologue, which is Don't Take the Girl. Today, at the gymnastics, I took my youngest to a gymnastics class after work. So for an hour, a little bit less than an hour, I did read some more of Taming 7. So I did read today chapter 1. So in 2 days, I have read 28 pages. But, I work full time and this week has been stressful so far. So that is what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be listening to some more of Taming 7 on Libby. While I'm listening, I'm super, super excited because I have pulled out all of my supplies for my diamond art paintings. I honestly have no idea what these are called, but I have one that I'm going to be working on while I'm listening to Taming 7. I have one that I've had for quite a while that I've just kind of put to the side. It is a very large diamond art, and it is on the world and like the continents and all that. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing that tonight while I am listening to Taming 7. But when I realized I completely forgot about this diamond art, I went to Amazon. And so I have had this diamond art for probably 4 years now, at a minimum, 4 years. That's been just kind of sitting, waiting on me to finish it. And I saw it and immediately was like, yes, I will finish that. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and buy 2 more diamond arts in addition to some bookmarks. Why I think that was a good idea when I couldn't even finish the one that I had, I don't know. But let me show you what I got because I'm so excited to start these. But I must finish this one before doing at least the 2 big ones. So let me show you the 2 big ones. I'm so excited to actually get them finished. And maybe knowing that I have these will make me much more excited to finish the one that I have so I can actually start using these. So I also went out and purchased a diamond art like portfolio thing because I'm that person who just goes overboard with literally everything. Look at this one. Oh my God. That is Fourth Wing. I saw this on Facebook on like a Fourth Wing fan page. Is that not Taryn and Andarna? Oh my God. That is ridiculous. I cannot wait to do this and put it on my wall over my bookshelf. It's going to be fantastic. And then while I was looking at the Taryn and Andarna one, look at this one. This is a dragon leaning over a book. How is that not immediately added to cart when I'm in my office with all of my books on my bookshelf? And oh my God, that, yes, immediately purchased. Yes, fantastic. So those are the 2 big paintings or diamond arts that I'm so excited to actually dive into, but those must wait until I'm done with this. That is my goal. Hopefully I follow it, but we'll see. But other than those 2, I also decided like 4 days later that I needed to buy more. I'm not going on a very good pattern of completing these, but why I just decided I needed more, it's beside the point. But this time I bought bookmarks because I can definitely see me doing these. Plus they're a lot smaller. So these might be really good. Like just, I don't want to do this big diamond art. Maybe I just want something small that I can like do as like an easy win for saying I was able to complete something, but whatever. But I bought all of these bookmarks. They all are dark romance. I'm going to show you but I don't really know if you'll be able to see what they say. But this one says, oh my God, I can't even read this. I think this says good girls read dark romance. Don't know if you can see that, but that's what that one says. We have another one that says Romantasy Book Club. Can't really tell what the image is, but I think it's going to be beautiful. This one is Villains Make the Best Book Boyfriends. Yes. I like my book boyfriends dark and brooding. Yes. Always falling for the, I think that says anti-hero at the bottom, but it's got like a little skull in the middle. I like my book boyfriends tall, dark, and fictional. Give me fairy tales, but make them dark and dirty. And then the last one says, my favorite color is morally gray. I don't know if you can see any of those, but I bought a set of those, and then they each came with like a little tassel. And then I have all of the little diamond pieces, but that is also going to be completed. I have a feeling those the bookmarks are going to get done very quickly. I have a feeling I'm going to immediately, the next book, and I think my prediction is the next book that is a dark romance will make me want to use one of those. So I have a feeling at least one of those will be done very quickly in the foreseeable future. So those are all of my diamond arts. And now let's dive into my audiobook and my diamond art. So we're going to do that now.
Guys my age laugh at my jokes, treat me like one of the bros. Think I'm cool, but they would never date me. 'Cause girls my age have tiny waists, skin tight denim, baby faces. Dance at
All right,
the bar like
it is
no one's
Wednesday
watching.
night, and it's time for another check-in. So it is 10:07 p.m. Wednesday night. I have everybody asleep in my house per usual, and I just got out of doing an everything shower. I did my face, my skincare, all of that good stuff, and now I have about an hour, a little over an hour of reading time. But I wanted to do a check-in on today and how many pages, or actually, let's talk about how long I read yesterday, and then we'll talk about tonight. So, yesterday, you saw me listening to my audiobook of Taming 7 while I was doing my diamond art painting. I guess it's called a painting, diamond art picture, and it was such a good time. I did not want to stop reading and doing my diamond art. I was like in the literal zone. I don't know why I did not do this before. When I was struggling trying to focus and just sit there and do my diamond arts way back when, I don't know why I never thought to put on an audiobook. It made it go by so fast. Next thing I know, it was like midnight and I had to stop because I had to go to work this morning. And I wake up, my alarm goes off at 5:20 in the morning, my first alarm. I have another one that goes off at like 5:30. Plus my husband has an alarm that goes off a couple of times. There's a lot of alarms that go off in the morning, but regardless, my first one goes off at 5:20. So I had to stop at midnight. So I did, and I ended up reading through to chapter 11, which is on page 94. I'm like 20% through the book. It was an amazing night, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So tonight I'm picking up on chapter 11. I absolutely love Gipsy. He is so funny. I love this character. So I'm excited to continue this story, and I'm going to go back into my reading room and do some more diamond art, and I will show you on the screen how far I got and what it's looking like, and it's looking beautiful, and I can't wait to knock out a whole bunch of more sections in my diamond art picture. And that's all I got for you today. So far, not read anything today, did work, all that kind of stuff. So this will be the first time picking up any kind of books. I did not listen to my audiobook to work or from work today. So this will be the first time I will be doing any reading on Wednesday. And I'm excited to jump into the book and see how far I get through Taming Seven. Okay, it is Thursday night. Again, it's at 9:45 p.m. So I'm sitting in the me time area. My favorite part of my day is 9 o'clock and later. And so now I'm going to go and I need to decompress. So let's do a little chit chat because I've just been today was not a good day. And it was nothing work related, honestly. It was today I woke up late. I took a shower last night so I can wash my hair. So I didn't have to wake up early this morning. And so I kept snoozing, and I kind of kept snoozing a little bit too long. So I ended up getting up late. Didn't have to take a shower, thank goodness. So I was able to get out of the door, but I was running about 10 minutes behind schedule to get to work, which isn't that big of a deal. 10 minutes I could make up at the end of the day, not a problem. Except as I was driving into work, I realized several things. One, when I was washing my face and putting my makeup on, I left my nose ring on my vanity. Again, not a big deal, but it just kind of was like another thing that I was like, ugh, I'm already late. I forgot my nose ring, whatever. Because I don't know, for those of you who have nose rings, I don't know how you guys keep your nose ring in your nose all the time. If I have to blow my nose, wash my face, put makeup on, the nose ring has to come out. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. I have to have it out. I think it's because I don't want the diamond to get too dirty, potentially. I'm not sure, but regardless, I left the house without my nose ring. And then because I was so just discombobulated and running late this morning, I also forgot to put deodorant on, which sucks. However, at my desk at work, I have an extra thing of deodorant, so it's not that big of a deal. It's like just another one of those, like, just add it to the pile of things that just didn't go right first thing this morning. So as I'm driving, I'm like, okay, well, don't have my nose ring, forgot my deodorant, all of that is okay. You know what? It's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. I can handle it until I get to the gate because I work at a federal institution. I work on a base. You need an ID card to get onto the base. And I live luckily only about 20 minutes away. I get all the way almost to the gate guard, pull out my lanyard, only to realize that I forgot to move my ID to my new lanyard because I bought a new one off of Amazon and I have an empty lanyard. So that meant I had to turn around and drive literally all the way back home to get my ID and drive all the way back. And now that I had to do that, I was driving in the thick of morning traffic. So, needless to say, I got to work not in the best of moods. But I will also say, when I had to come home to get my ID card, I was able to get my nose ring and I was able to put deodorant on. So it all kind of worked out, I guess, if you're looking at the bright side of things. So morning, not great, but whatever. Afternoon, actually, at work, I had a lot of meetings, but they all went really smooth. There wasn't anything that was a new tasker. Everything was really good. No annoying emails, no annoying coworkers, nothing that would have put my day in an even worse mood. So that was great. Until about 2 o'clock when I got a text from my husband asking that if I could swing by Dick's Sporting Goods on the way home because there was this really cute water bottle that he saw another kid have at school and thought that our youngest might really enjoy it. And I said, fine, great, I can do that. That's a really cute water bottle. It looked like an ice cream cone. And so I was like, sure, I can do that. Only to realize after the fact that the gate I had to leave out of is not my normal gate because the store that I needed to go to was on the opposite side of the base. So I had to go on the opposite side exit to make it easier. Except the opposite side was the main entrance and exit to the base, and it is also right next to the interstate, and the amount of traffic is insane. I avoid that part of town in the mornings and the afternoons as much as humanly possible, I avoid it. It didn't click in my little brain today when I texted my husband back saying, sure, I can do it on the way home today. And so now in the afternoon, I was again pissed off and just not in a good mood trying to get home from work because I got stuck in insane amount of gate traffic. I had to get on the interstate to go home after going to the store. Getting to the store was easy. Getting from the store to my house was a pain. And so when I got home finally, I was annoyed with literally everything. And it's now 9:50 and I'm feeling the annoyance finally start to leave my body. So now that I'm starting to decompress, starting to get back in a good head spot because it was just one of those days that every little thing annoyed me. I'm ready for this day to be over with. Now the house is quiet, everyone's asleep, there is nothing that's going to piss me off. The dogs are in the bedroom, dishes are done, everything is clean, and now I'm going to read. I'm still reading Taming 7, and last night while I was doing my diamond art, I got to page 154. It was literally in the middle of chapter 22 because I realized it was almost going to be midnight and I was still steadily going strong. Instead of listening to the book to get to the next chapter, which honestly would have been 2 pages later, I just cut it off in the middle of the chapter. So today I'm picking up on page 154 in the middle of the page, and I'm going to be listening to this again on Libby. I only have my Libby book, my audiobook on Libby, for 7 more days. So I have 7 days to finish this, and I really just need to start listening to it on the way to work and from work. I don't know why I've been jamming out to regular music instead of listening to my audiobook. I really need to get back into the audiobook in the morning and in the afternoon on the way to work. That is what I'm going to try to do tomorrow. And then we'll see how many pages I get done tonight, see where I'm at in the book and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to jump over to my diamond art. I've just been in the zone, getting large sections done. And over the last 2 days, I have made so much progress on this one diamond art. I cannot wait to finish it up. I'm going to do that for the next hour or so until bed. And then hopefully tomorrow morning I will wake up in a good mood. It will be Friday. It'll be the last day of our check-ins. This is where I'm at now on Thursday night on page 154 of Taming 7. And I've been enjoying my little diamond art. So I'm going to do that now and just finish up the rest of the night and wake up tomorrow fresh. I'm going to do that now and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Well, hello yet again. It is Friday night. It is 10:25. I just got done editing 2 videos, uploading and scheduling 2 videos. So I'm a little late doing my check-in for the night. So I'm really hopeful I'll be able to get at least a little bit of reading done because I am getting very tired, but that's okay. This is realistic life and how much reading I can get done during my typical day. So, like I said, it is 10:25 at night. I am still reading Taming 7. Last night, I got quite a bit done on my diamond art. I am loving having my diamond art out and then having some audiobooks handy. That was such a good reason for me to purchase new diamond art. It got me jump started doing this, and it's the perfect time zoning out while you're listening to your book. This diamond art is the perfect for that. So I'm so thrilled that I did this. So, but for a check-in for how far in the book I am on page 218. I am about almost a little over or right at 50% done with this book. I'm on chapter 34 and it's going really well. So some initial thoughts though on the characters. So I love Gibbsy. I've always loved Gibbsy, but I've got to say Hugh and the rest of the group were kind of annoying me with Gibbsy because Gibbsy's like flirting and has been so connected to Claire since they were little kids, like ages 5 and 6, 5 and 7, around that time. They have been inseparable. Gibbsy has been sleeping pretty much since he was 7 in Claire's house. They are next door neighbors. He has always found his way over there. She is like his comfort. She gets him to calm down. She does all this great stuff to him, like mentally. She is there and is so in tune to Gibbsy. And Gibbsy is so sweet to her, adoring to her. They have kittens together. Like, he is just the perfect golden retriever sweetheart to Claire, which is amazing. I love that. But I'm getting a little annoyed because Gibbsy's, for some reason, he thinks he is going to like taint Claire and doesn't want to take it to the next level. And so he only wants to keep it at friends, but he does truly in the depths of his soul know that he loves Claire. And I'm just getting annoyed because I just wish that I wish Gibbsy would just get over it and just get with Claire. He knows he wants to. He knows she wants to. And it's very frustrating. It's like miscommunication, but not miscommunication, just stubbornness. And it's annoying me. But I love Gibbsy. I love Claire. She's so sweet to him. And I'm so excited to see how their relationship is going to evolve and what happened to Gibbsy, because I feel that there's something outside of the drowning of his dad and sister, something that Gibbsy's stepbrother was involved in with Lizzie's older sister that caused Lizzie's older sister to commit suicide. And so there's a lot of stuff happening that I'm still trying to unravel that I don't know. And I'm excited to see where the book goes. I will also say Lizzie pisses me off, but I feel like you're supposed to be pissed off at Lizzie in this book anyways, just because she has a bad attitude. She has a lot of just anger and bitterness and bitchiness when it comes to Gibbsy, and it's all because of Gibbsy's stepbrother. It's not even because of him. She is punishing Gibbsy for something that he didn't do, I think. So it's very annoying, but I'm excited to see where it goes. But with all that to be said, it's making me very nervous and scared for Lizzie's book, which is next. And I will be reading it at some point, but I have a feeling that one's going to really hurt to read. But that's future may problem. Now we're on Gibbsy and Claire, and I'm excited to get back into it. So I'm going to spend the next hour and a half doing my diamond art, go ahead and kill the last little bit of my awake time, listening to my book, doing my diamond art, and wrapping up this weekly vlog. So I will do another check-in tomorrow morning probably and give you my final recap of how many pages I was able to read during this typical work week. And yeah, let's go ahead and start diving into my diamond art. Okay, time for the last check-in of this weekly vlog. It is Saturday lunchtime-ish, and I need to give you a recap of my reading on Friday and then go through the amount of pages I think I'll be able to determine since I started this weekly vlog. So again, this was a work week weekly vlog. I was wanting to see a realistic rundown of how much I'm able to read as a full-time worker going on site into an office Monday through Friday from about 7:30 to 3 to 3:30. So a full 8-hour day, Monday through Friday. I have 2 kids with appointments and things in the afternoon. I have things I have to do in the afternoons once I get home from work and all of that, just to see how many pages I actually can get done through a realistic work week. I also have 2 dogs that like to interrupt me whenever I am recording. Would you like to see them? Would you like to say something? Boomer, do you have thoughts? He does not. Okay, so Friday night I did read and listen to, or not really read, I listened to more of Taming 7 while I was doing my diamond art. That is one of my favorite things to do now. I will be continuing to do this on a nightly basis. I'm fully expecting that. So huge benefit to audiobooks. I did listen some more to Taming 7, and now I am on page 290, chapter 47. So I am probably about 65% or so through with the book. I'm going to pull up my story graph because I do record my start and stop every day on the books that I'm reading. So I'm going to go to my daily journal and I'm going to scroll back to Monday. I started reading Taming 7. So I have since Monday, I have gotten through 290 pages just in a work week. So gives you a total page count. But for Monday, I read 16 pages, not a whole lot. Things happened. On Tuesday, I read 78 pages on that day. Wednesday, I read 60 pages. Thursday, I read 61 pages. And then on Friday, yesterday, I read 75 pages. So that is definitely less than I typically would read normally. I usually can read about 100 pages is kind of my average per night if I'm reading just actually on a Kindle or physically without the audiobook there. So it's a little bit less than I expected, but I also did a whole lot to my diamond art. So give or take pages and hobbying, and it was a really good decompression for me, especially this last week. I had a lot of stuff happening at work, a lot of taskers, very high visibility, high attention from everybody, taskers. And so it was really nice having an audiobook there that I can listen to in the afternoon and just kind of stop thinking and just listening to my book while I'm doing my diamond art. It was a really, really, really good way for me to decompress at the end of the day when everybody's in bed and the house is quiet. So highly recommend if you're interested, pick up a diamond art and then find an audiobook and just veg out and just turn off your brain at the end of the night. It was an amazing experience. But with that, that is going to be the end of this weekly vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.